Okay, so good evening, or good morning, or whatever time it is where we are. Welcome to our TED Talk about functional communication training. Um, so I bet everybody in the room is probably wondering, who are these people and why do they get to tell us what to do? That's a fair question. Let's tell us a little bit about ourselves.
Awesome. Hey everybody, my name is Monica Gaitande and I have been working in the field of applied behavior analysis for almost 2 years now.
And second that, my name is Brandon Gillespie. I have also been working in the field of applied behavior analysis for about 2 years now.
My name is Caitlin McNamara. I have been working in the field of applied behavior analysis for around 2.5 years now.
Ooh, coincidentally, my name is Saul Sanchez, and I also have been working in the field for two years as well.
But as you can see, we have a wealth of experience amongst us, and we do understand human behavior. So here we are.
Who are you? Well, you guys are Ellison Preschool. You have a total of 200 students. The breakup is about 150 general education students with 50 special ed students, about 3 to 5 years old. There are 20 classrooms with about 8 to 12 students in them, with a teacher and 2 assistants in the room. You also have 1 occupational therapist and 1 speech therapist. So what are we here to help you with? We are going to help you with reducing tantrums, specifically tantrums that are related to playtime. When toddlers see a toy they want, they start to tantrum because they want it and they don't know how to ask for it appropriately. We have observed and been told through interviews that the big concern for all of you is the children having issues fighting over toys with a general lack of effective communication. So, what are we going to do about it?
Well, we're going to be implementing an FCT program. FCT is an evidence-based process that promotes appropriate communication. It teaches students to use communication to prevent or avoid challenging behaviors such as tantrums or aggressive behavior. This FCT has shown to decrease problem behaviors in studies by Lambert, Bloom, and Irvine. How does it work? Well, prior to implementing FCT, we must determine the function of the problem behavior. Knowing why will help us teach appropriate communication. The second step in implementing an FCT program is to decide on the means of communication. FCT works with many means of communication, such as ASL, PECS, and verbal communication. For this seminar, we are choosing PECS for the 20 nonverbal clients with no means of communication. Then we will begin training. We're going to try situations based on the function, prompt appropriate communication until independence is achieved. The next step will be to develop a generalization program. Yeah. And then
Yes. It's stuck. There we go. Awesome. So, attached here is a example of FCT. Is it lagging? There we go. So just take a look. So yes, FCT really is that easy. All right. So next up, we're going to talk about how exactly this solves our problem. Caitlin?
All right, thank you, Brandon. How it solves our problem is if we can introduce a means to communicate for all kids, we can promise communication instead of problem behavior. There are 20 kids here with no voice, no way to say what they want. How would you feel if you really couldn't communicate what you wanted? Probably feel frustrated and a little willing to act out. Functional communication solves all these problems by teaching children to communicate as well as teaching them appropriate means to get what they would like, which moves me on to my next slide, which is how are you going to do this? We're going to start early with speech pathologists and the BCBA of your school. We will train them on functional communication using PECS as the chosen communication method. Why are we choosing PECS? When implementing the procedures during initial development stages, research teams produced positive behavioral and communication results across the age ranges of toddlers to adults. So that alone shows that it has been a proven method and it is based on science. And then we train the staff. Training will include how to be a silent prompter, how to introduce natural teaching opportunities, and how to set up the client for success. We're going to be working on asking for preferred snacks, toys, and art supplies for a variety of responses, which moves us on to our next slide.
Why should you care?
Thank you.
That's probably the number one question that all of you are asking is, well, why should I care about this? I think the first thing to think about is improved communication is going to reduce challenging behaviors. Things like crying, hitting, tantrums, self-injury, all things that make your lives as teachers and paras and staff of a school in general very difficult. Secondly, improved communication allows for more interaction and fun with the kids. I'm sure that I speak for most people sitting in this room when I would say that you're in this job because you like working with kids. Interacting with them is fun and enjoyable. And I would say that less time spent on de-escalating crying or preventing kids from hitting each other is time you could be spending interacting and having fun. And like I said, improved communication just makes your life easier. It makes things more fun for you. It makes the clients happier. It gets them what they want. So let's get out there. This whole thing starts with all of you. At the end of the day, these are just suggestions. We all aren't going to be in this school every day. It's going to be you. So you all can be the difference. You all can improve these kids' lives and make them able to communicate and have a much higher quality of life. So thank you very much for your time today.